Let's paint a realistic watercolor portrait of a girl and butterfly on yupo paper while we chat about how creating art can be healing and look at studies which prove that making art can improve your physical and mental health. Before starting this painting, I knew I wanted to paint on yupo paper again, but I didn't have an idea of what to paint. Whenever this happens, I'd recommend taking a look around you and reflecting on recent moments that made you feel something. It could be a moment that recently brought you joy or an event that made you hurt. Either one is okay. Creating art gives you the time and space to pay attention to yourself and acknowledge what's going on through your mind. It's normal and good to feel your emotions and sort them out. Often though, we are so busy and get sucked into the rush of our daily lives that we forget to take the time to reflect. A motif that I'm really drawn to at the moment is butterflies. Did you know that it's necessary, if not crucial, for a butterfly to struggle out of its cocoon in order for its wings to develop properly? If you were to cut a hole in the cocoon to make it easier for the butterfly to slip out, then the butterfly's wings would come out deformed and damaged, and it wouldn't be able to fly. Similarly, in our personal lives, when we go through a hard time and our struggles seem to bring us down, it's important to remember that these hardships are crucial in shaping us and developing our so-called wings, enabling us to grow and go farther than we ever imagined possible. This concept is something that I want to remind myself of, which is why I'm choosing to incorporate it into this watercolor piece. I'm also trying out 11 by 14 Legion Yupo heavy white paper for the first time, which I will link below in the description. I found the reference photo I'm using on Pinterest, which is in black and white, so for this painting I am inventing the colors myself throughout the painting process. We all have a natural urge to make things. It's a way of showing that we're here. From childhood doodles to baking a loaf of bread, creating is something everyone experiences. It brings a unique sense of satisfaction and speaks to something deep within us. That's why I believe that drawing or any creative activity can reach and heal those inner parts of ourselves. If you're currently facing or have faced a tough time, making art can be incredibly healing. Personally, I find that creating art is a means to take control over how your surroundings affect you. If you're hurting from something, when you create art inspired by this event in your life, you end up making the situation serve you. There are countless times where my life events helped me come up with a concept for an art piece, inspired a poem, or helped me finish lyrics to an original song. By choosing to create art inspired by this, you are transforming it into something good and regaining control over the outcome this bad event has over you. You now have made the outcome of this situation serve you instead of simply being hurt, because it has inspired you and your art practice. Sometimes, just the act of creating something new, something that didn't exist before, can be therapeutic. Difficult moments often make you feel powerless, but creating gives you a sense of direction and control, giving you purpose when you need it most. Studies show that creating art can have a positive effect even on your physical health. The article, The Connection Between Art, Healing, and Public Health, published by the American Journal of Public Health in 2010, covers over 100 studies exploring the impact art can have on one's health and its ability to foster self-healing through creative expression. The article covers the impact of all kinds of art forms, from dancing to visual arts, but one study that stood out to me was this one. As the article states, there is also evidence that use of art and music reduces hospital stays, with studies showing earlier discharges among patients taking part in visual and performing arts interventions than among those not doing so. In one study, surgery or critical care patients who participated in guided imagery or had a picture of a landscape on their wall had a decreased need of narcotic pain medication relative to their counterparts and left the hospital earlier. If you're interested, I will link this article in the description below. In the era of technology and the internet, creating art has another more practical and tangible benefit as well: improving your attention span. Our brains have the ability to adapt and change in response to experiences. And with the large amount of content that the average person consumes daily, we end up training our brains to expect constant entertainment and novelty, making it harder to follow a long train of thought and focus on any task for long periods of time. The good news is that because of the plasticity of our brains, we can train it to focus longer periods of time on something through reading and, in fact, creating art. Creating art takes time, hours and hours of work. Through every stroke you paint, you develop patience, persistence, and an ability to follow a general vision. Through every artwork you complete, you are training your brain to have the focus to see an idea to completion. This skill is vital in so many, if not all, areas of your life outside of art. Creating art is a forgiving way to learn to overcome challenges, face fears, take risks, and let go. The act of facing the blank page and choosing to start requires courage. Although initially you may have a plan on how you want your art piece to look, more often than not, the art process is full of the unexpected, teaching you to be patient, accepting, and more flexible. As J.M.W. Turner, a famous English romantic painter known for his landscape artwork, once said, "It is only when we are no longer fearful that we begin to create." Creating art is a powerful means of healing emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Whether through painting, writing, music, or any other form of expression, the process of creating art can help you process emotions, release inner tensions, and reconnect with yourself. Art provides a safe space for vulnerability and has the unique ability to transform pain into beauty. In a world that often feels overwhelming, creating art reminds us that healing doesn't always come in words. It can also be found in color, shape, movement, and sound. May you continue to find healing, strength, and self-discovery through the art you create. If anything in this video was helpful and speaks to you, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.